The Earth is dying because humans are killing it, and the only way to save humanity, according to the richest man in the world, Elon Musk, is for us to become a multi-planetary species, meaning it's time for us to go to Mars. To achieve this, Elon has dedicated a lot of his personal resources to ensuring that by 2029, 1 million people will be living comfortably in a self-sustaining city. Magnificent and enthralling, right? However, while the idea of leaving Earth and moving to a self-sustaining city on Mars is exciting, there are a lot of things that Musk is hiding from the world. So, in this video, we'll reveal to you some things you probably didn't know about going to Mars and why it's a pretty bad idea. So, Elon Musk says that going to Mars is paramount to the future of life itself because there's always some chance that something could go wrong on Earth. And to do this, he proposes, for a start, that 1 million people should be sent to Mars along with 100 million metric tons of supplies and materials, which would help them build this self-sustaining city on the red planet. To achieve this great crossing, all it's going to take is a fleet of 1,000 Starship rockets flying back and forth from Earth to Mars every 2 years, because the launch window for Mars only opens every 2 years. This sounds great and all, but think about the fact that the current SpaceX Starship can only carry about 100 people at one time, and if all the 1,000 space rockets happen to launch at the same time, then only 100,000 people will be able to get to Mars with a limited number of supplies every 2 years. Imagine how many years it'll take to carry 1 million people and 100 million metric tons of materials to build this so-called self-sustaining city. But that's not even a disadvantage because technology is advancing rapidly, so it's possible that before 2029 Elon would have created something that could carry more people, maybe even 1 million people at once. But why Mars? Why is it that whenever there's talk about colonizing another planet, it's always Mars and not our closest neighbor the Moon or even Venus or Saturn? We've got about 9 planets to choose from. Well, the simple fact is that we don't have another option. The Moon is quite close to us, but we certainly can't live there, and let's not even talk about the other planets, which are totally not habitable. And Mars is no different. However, the difference is that it has the potential for human survival, at least according to Elon, who believes that one day we can make Mars just like Earth. But is that even possible? Well, first things first, what makes Earth perfect for humans? The answer to that is everything. From the atmosphere to gravity, climate, and natural resources, all was made ready for humans to survive and grow. Think about how our skin blocks the right wavelengths, how our lungs tolerate the right gases, or even how our bones handle the right forces. And the fact is that anything more than a slight deviation from all these conditions will be catastrophic, which leads us to the question: what do we have to work with on Mars? First, let's look at the temperature. If you're going on a trip to Mars, you'd do well to grab a lot of winter clothes, especially very thick ones, because most of the time the planet is very cold, and I mean really cold. We're talking about a place that's almost always below 0 degrees, but it's not all that bad because sometimes the temperature can get up to 20 degrees Celsius, which is kind of nice. Unfortunately, that doesn't mean when the weather is 20 degrees you can just hop out of your brain and go for a walk, because the atmosphere is pretty much non-existent. What you will find, however, is lots and lots of carbon dioxide with 0 oxygen, meaning you can't breathe. And if you can't breathe, how will you survive? The only option then will be for humans to live inside a dome where there's oxygen. And if you want to go outside, you've got to put on your spacesuit. Isn't that like a prison? Honestly, Mars doesn't give us much to work with, and its atmosphere and temperature are more than enough to discard the idea of going to Mars. But not surprisingly, there's more. Unlike the Earth, which has an atmosphere that blocks all the bad radiation coming from the cosmos, Mars doesn't have anything that will protect its surface from cosmic radiation. Its atmosphere is much thinner, so there's a high risk of people dying from radiation diseases such as cancer. Sadly, cancer is not the only disease you risk getting if you happen to be a part of the 1 million people who will be traveling to Mars by 2029. The gravity on Mars is much lighter than Earth's, approximately about 0.375 that of Earth, which means a 180-pound person on Earth would weigh a scant 68 pounds on Mars. This may seem nice for people with lots of weight, but in the long term, the low gravity is very likely to wreak havoc on human health and even cause damage to human fertility, which, as you know, will endanger humanity. I mean, if people can't reproduce, how would humans repopulate Mars? Now that's scary. But while you're still thinking about that, you should know that just like Mother Earth can unleash hurricanes and tornadoes, Mother Mars periodically unleashes epic dust storms, which can sometimes cover as much as 1/4 of the planet. And worse is that those storms are so strong they can destroy equipment and materials. And what's the guarantee that pretty strong epic dust won't destroy the dome? And let's not forget that if you happen to breathe in the dust, you may just have some kind of respiratory disease. In essence, Mars is not safe, and like Elon Musk says, any little mistake can cost the life of a person. But let's say somehow the dome is strong enough to withstand radiation, epic dust storms, and the cold, meaning that one of the basic needs of man, which is shelter, has been provided for. But what about food? Can crops grow on Mars? The answer is no. As a result of Mars's extremely cold, thin air and sterilizing radiation, it would quickly kill any crops planted in the soil. So at first, food and water will have to be shipped from Earth to Mars every 2 years until the scientists on Mars figure out how to grow plants in a greenhouse on the dome. If you think food is quite expensive now, just wait until potato salad or bread has to be boosted out of Earth's gravity well, flown across the void, then gently deposited outside a Martian airlock. Food becomes very expensive and probably rationed until plants start growing in the greenhouse, as there aren't really lots of options when it comes to food on Mars. If you're a vegetarian, you'll probably be happy on Mars because the food will consist mostly of potatoes and greens. But if you eat meat, I'm sorry to say you'll have to replace meat with insects. Yes, get ready to eat some insect goulash with some potatoes on the side, but it shouldn't be all that bad, right? And there's even some good news. An Israeli company is currently trying to grow meat from cells, so hopefully before the 1 millionth crossing to Mars begins, their experiment will be successful and people will be able to eat meat on Mars. So as you can see, there are a lot of challenges associated with traveling to and living on Mars, and to a large extent, there's a high chance that humans may not survive it if anything goes wrong. I know the argument for colonizing Mars is so that we can prolong the survivability of humanity just in case something happens, such as the ozone layer shattering to pieces and the fiery sun melting Earth and everything in it. But there's also a possibility that if that does happen, Mars will melt as well. And even if Mars happens to survive, what's the guarantee that humans won't begin to destroy planet Mars through their activities the same way it's currently happening on Earth? Instead of thinking of colonizing Mars for the future of humanity, why don't we focus on making Earth a better place for humanity to survive for as long as possible?
Millennials, a different approach to spending. Hello, friends. Today, we're diving into the spending habits of millennials, the generation often associated with avocado toast and overpriced lattes, while also being critiqued for their struggles with homeownership and retirement savings. But here's the truth. The reality behind millennial spending is much more nuanced and complex than the stereotypes suggest. Millennials are often misunderstood when it comes to their money management. They face economic challenges that previous generations didn't, and their priorities reflect a shift in values shaped by these circumstances. Before we dive deeper, take a moment and think about your own spending habits. What drives your financial decisions? Necessity, personal values, or perhaps societal pressure? Understanding millennial spending habits. Millennials aren't just spending impulsively. In fact, two primary factors explain how they spend their money differently from previous generations. Economic landscape. Millennials are navigating an economic environment where the cost of living has skyrocketed while wages have stagnated. Housing prices, student loan debt, and healthcare costs are through the roof, leaving millennials to adjust their financial approach. A shift in values. Millennials have learned from the mistakes of older generations. Instead of accumulating material wealth, they tend to prioritize experiences, personal development, and relationships. Research such as Harvard's study on adult development shows that meaningful relationships, experiences, and helping others are the true keys to long-term happiness. Let's explore 15 common expenses that millennials often face criticism for, but which can actually be smart investments in their overall well-being and happiness. Experiences over material goods. Millennials prioritize experiences over material goods. They want to enjoy life now, not just wait for retirement to travel or take time off. Whether it's spontaneous weekend trips or backpacking across Europe, millennials value the memories they create today. Think about it for a second. When was the last time a material item gave you long-term joy compared to a memorable experience with friends or family? Investing in personal aesthetics. Millennials are willing to spend more on fashion, skincare, and home decor. And it's not just about looking good. It's about feeling good. Personal aesthetics have a direct impact on their mental well-being. When they feel good in their environment, they tend to be more productive and satisfied with life. This generation understands the psychological benefits of self-presentation and the power of creating an inspiring personal space, pursuing meaningful ventures. Instead of waiting until retirement to pursue their passions, millennials are doing it now. Whether it's restoring classic cars or starting creative side hustles, millennials invest time and money into what they love early on. The idea is simple. Why wait to pursue happiness? If you have a passion project, wouldn't you want to start it sooner rather than later? Spending on status-enhancing experiences. Purchases like the latest smartphone, designer clothes, or dining at upscale restaurants aren't just about immediate gratification. They also play a role in social positioning. Projecting an image of success can open doors, build connections, and create opportunities that might otherwise be missed. Millennials understand that sometimes image is a form of currency in itself. Think about your own social circle. How often do you notice that certain purchases or experiences boost your confidence or help you make valuable connections? Investing in digital privacy and security. In an increasingly digital world, millennials prioritize their online safety. They're willing to pay for services like VPNs, encrypted messaging, or identity theft protection. For them, digital privacy isn't a luxury. It's a necessity in an era of data breaches and cyber threats. Peace of mind in the digital world is something millennials see as worth every penny. Viewing food as an experience. For millennials, food isn't just about nourishment. It's about connection. Whether it's trying out new cuisines, dining at trendy restaurants, or hosting potlucks, millennials find joy in shared meals. These experiences foster relationships and create memories, making food-related spending feel like an investment in their social well-being. When was the last time a shared meal brought you closer to someone or left a lasting memory? Spending on self-improvement. The self-help and personal development industry has exploded, and millennials are its biggest customers. Whether it's attending workshops, buying motivational books, or enrolling in online courses, they believe in investing in themselves. After all, why not spend on things that make you smarter, more fulfilled, and more successful in the long run? Investing in memorable weddings. Millennials often allocate significant budgets to their weddings, opting for destination celebrations or personalized, elaborate events. Why? Because they view weddings as a chance to create lasting memories with their loved ones. For many, the focus is on making the experience unforgettable rather than sticking to tradition. Indulging in expensive hobbies, from fitness classes to creative hobbies, millennials love trying new things. While their hobbies can sometimes be expensive, they offer physical, social, and mental benefits. Investing in themselves in this way provides them with balance and growth. If you could pick up a new hobby today, what would it be? And would you see it as an investment in yourself? Choosing sustainable brands. More and more, millennials opt for sustainable brands, even if they come with a higher price tag. They want to align their spending with their values, prioritizing environmental and ethical responsibility. Millennials are willing to spend more today to ensure a better tomorrow for the planet. Enjoying small daily treats. Whether it's that daily coffee or a mid-afternoon snack, millennials aren't afraid to indulge in small daily treats. These minor expenditures add a sense of joy and balance to a fast-paced life. Critics might argue that these are unnecessary expenses, but for millennials, it's about managing stress and maintaining a sense of groundedness. Prioritizing mental health and therapy. Unlike previous generations, millennials are more open about mental health and are willing to invest in therapy and wellness services. They see the long-term benefits of addressing emotional challenges early on, recognizing that mental health is just as important as physical health. Joining premium gyms. Millennials often choose gyms that offer more than just exercise. They seek community and connections. Premium gyms that also provide networking opportunities, wellness classes, and social spaces become worth the investment. Paying for convenient services like meal delivery, grocery shopping apps, or home cleaning services are essential time savers for busy millennials. They recognize that time is their most valuable resource, and outsourcing mundane tasks allows them to focus on their careers, personal development, or passions. Seeking peace of mind. Finally, millennials invest in things that give them peace of mind: health insurance, pet care, or life insurance. Knowing their loved ones and pets are taken care of allows them to focus on their goals without the constant worry of what if, renting versus buying. Let's also talk about homeownership. While many millennials still choose to rent, it's not just because they're avoiding responsibility. Rising real estate prices, combined with a desire for flexibility, make renting the smarter option for many. Millennials are more strategic in saving for homes in affordable areas, rather than rushing into the market. Millennials may be criticized for their spending habits, but in reality, they prioritize what truly matters to them: experiences, self-improvement, and overall well-being. Their financial decisions aren't reckless. They're intentional, reflecting a shift in values that emphasize happiness and fulfillment over material accumulation. So the next time you see a millennial spending on something that seems unnecessary, remember that their choices are often investments in a meaningful, balanced life.
The heart of one of the most barren and desolate places on Earth, the Atacama Desert in Chile. But hold on to your cosmic hats, because amidst the stark emptiness of this otherworldly landscape, something truly extraordinary is taking shape: the construction of Earth's mightiest eye into the universe, the $2 billion behemoth known as the Extremely Large Telescope, or ELT. But why, you may ask, would anyone choose such an inhospitable locale for such a monumental endeavor? Well, dear viewers, it's precisely because of its inhospitability that the Atacama Desert was selected. You see, this place isn't just dry, it's bone dry, with less moisture than your Aunt Mabel's desert pie on a hot summer's day. And that's exactly what makes it perfect for peering deep into the cosmos. Perched atop the lofty peaks of Cerro Amazonas, standing tall at a dizzying altitude of 3,000 meters, the ELT stands as a beacon of human ingenuity in the face of nature's harshest elements. Situated at a staggering 1,300 kilometers away from the bustling streets of Santiago, the capital of Chile, and a further 130 kilometers from the nearest town, Taltal, getting here isn't a walk in the park. It's more like a lunar rover expedition across an alien landscape, nestled snugly between the mighty Andes and the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean. And if you think this is just some isolated outpost in the cosmic wilderness, think again. The ELT's not-so-distant cousin, the Very Large Telescope, or VLT, is already calling this cosmic desert home, just a stone's throw away. And with both telescopes falling under the watchful eye of the European Southern Observatory, Chile is quickly becoming the go-to destination for astronomers from all corners of the globe. From probing the atmospheres of distant exoplanets for signs of life, to unraveling the mysteries of the early universe, the ELT is poised to rewrite the cosmic playbook. And with its cutting-edge adaptive optics system, it can even compensate for the blurring effects of Earth's pesky atmosphere, delivering images sharper than a cosmic razor blade. Now picture this. We're venturing into one of the most unforgiving landscapes on our planet, the barren desert of the Atacama, nestled in Chile. It's a place where the human presence is scarce, but where dreams of cosmic discovery are abundant. Here, against the backdrop of the rugged terrain, a team of dedicated individuals is hard at work, piecing together an engineering marvel that's set to redefine our understanding of the cosmos. Welcome to the Atacama Desert, where the stage is set for the birth of the Extremely Large Telescope, fondly known as the ELT. This mammoth of a telescope is perched atop Cerro Amazonas, standing tall at a staggering altitude of 3,000 meters. That's like reaching for the stars themselves. And get this, it's located a whopping 1,300 kilometers away from Chile's bustling capital, Santiago. But wait, there's more. Situated far from the glow of city lights, the ELT remains untouched by pesky light pollution, giving astronomers a front-row seat to the wonders of the universe. It's like having a VIP pass to the greatest cosmic show on Earth. And with its older sibling, the Very Large Telescope, just a stone's throw away, Chile is quickly cementing its status as the ultimate playground for stargazers worldwide. But who's the brains behind this celestial spectacle, you ask? Enter the European Southern Observatory, a powerhouse organization uniting 16 European nations alongside Australia and, of course, Chile. These cosmic trailblazers are on a mission to push the boundaries of astronomical discovery, and boy are they delivering. With a budget that would make even Elon Musk do a double take, over $2 billion, folks, the ELT is a testament to human ingenuity and our insatiable thirst for knowledge. Now, rewind back to 2010, when the seeds of this astronomical endeavor were first planted. Fast forward to today, and we're witnessing history in the making as construction on the ELT kicks into high gear. But hey, better late than never, right? While the original service commencement was slated for 2018, we all know that greatness takes time, and in this case, a whole lot of it. Now let's talk timelines, folks. While the original operational date got a little cosmic shuffle, the countdown to greatness is still on. With a new target set for as early as 2028, the race to unveil the secrets of the universe is officially underway. And guess what? As of July 11, 2023, we've hit a major milestone. Construction has officially reached the halfway mark. But buckle up, because we're just getting started. So how do you kick off the construction of something this monumental? Well, you don't just lay down a fancy foundation stone, you go big. And by big, I mean explosives big. That's right, we're talking about leveling the summit of the revered Amazonas mountain to make way for the observatory of our dreams. It's a process that kicked off back in 2014 with a whopping 220,000 cubic meters of rock blasted away to create a level playing field. Talk about making room for greatness. Now, picture this, a vast platform stretching 50 meters wide and 300 meters long, serving as the canvas for our cosmic masterpiece. And from that solid foundation, a workforce of dedicated individuals, ranging from 160 to 220 strong, has been working tirelessly day in and day out to bring this vision to life. Let me tell you, folks, they're not just contending with your average work conditions. We're talking extreme desert heat and rapid dehydration. It's a challenge that requires gallons of water and some serious UV protection. But hey, nothing worth building ever came easy, right? But wait, there's more. Picture a colossal dome rising from the desert floor, a true testament to human engineering prowess. Standing 88 meters wide and 80 meters tall, this ain't your grandma's backyard gazebo. We're talking about a structure that puts the Statue of Liberty to shame and then some. And get this, the sheer weight of this behemoth? A staggering 6,100 tons, with doors that weigh a cool 400 tons each. Talk about heavy lifting. But it's not just about the size, it's about functionality too. With a 360-degree slide mechanism that allows astronomers to point their telescopes towards any corner of the starry sky, this mega telescope is a game-changer in every sense of the word. And to top it all off, we've got a photovoltaic power plant on standby, ready to keep things running smoothly and safely even in the face of seismic risks. But let's not forget the heart of this cosmic cathedral, the telescope itself. Equipped with 5 colossal mirrors that'll capture the faintest whispers of light from the far reaches of the universe, this is where the real magic happens. It's a tool that'll unlock the mysteries of our existence and pave the way for humanity's next great adventure, the quest to understand our place in the cosmos. Picture this, nestled amidst the rugged terrain of Chile's Atacama Desert, a team of intrepid explorers is hard at work crafting a technological marvel that's set to revolutionize our understanding of the universe. Meet the Extremely Large Telescope, or ELT for short, a beast of a telescope perched atop Cerro Amazonas, standing proud at a breathtaking altitude of 3,000 meters. Talk about reaching for the stars. But why this remote, inhospitable locale, you ask? Well, hold on to your space helmets because this desert oasis offers something truly unique. Over 320 clear nights a year, free from the interference of pesky city lights. It's like having a front row seat to the greatest cosmic show on Earth. Now let's talk numbers, shall we? With a jaw-dropping price tag of nearly $1.5 billion, this project is no small feat. And get this, Construction began not with a ceremonial stone, but with a bang, quite literally. Explosives were used to level the summit of Mount Amazonas, paving the way for this monumental endeavor. Fast forward to today, and we're witnessing history in the making as the ELT takes shape before our very eyes. From the massive concrete slab forming its foundation to the towering dome that will house its cutting-edge technology, every detail is meticulously crafted to withstand the harsh conditions of the Atacama. Speaking of technology, let's talk mirrors. And no, we're not talking about the one in your bathroom. The ELT's primary mirror is a prototype of extraordinary proportions, measuring nearly 39 meters in diameter. That's bigger than any mirror currently in operation. And when it comes to collecting light, this bad boy puts even Galileo to shame, gathering a whopping 100 million times more light than the human eye. But the magic doesn't stop there. With 798 hexagonal segments composing its primary mirror, each meticulously crafted for maximum durability and performance, the ELT is poised to unveil the cosmos in unprecedented detail. And let's not forget about its second mirror, the widest of its kind globally, standing tall at over 60 meters high. This mirror is ready to capture the wonders of the universe in all their glory. Now brace yourselves for a journey through time and space, because the ELT isn't just about peering into the cosmos, it's about rewriting the history books. By amplifying our capacity to observe celestial phenomena by a factor of 5,000, this revolutionary telescope will allow us to journey back in time, unveiling the secrets of the universe as they unfolded eons ago. From the birth of stars to the formation of galaxies, the ELT is poised to uncover the mysteries of the cosmos like never before. And with its sights set on uncharted territories, who knows what wonders lie in wait? One thing's for sure. With the ELT leading the way, the universe is ours to explore. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments.